What are the costs and taxes to maintain a house in Italy? Today I have decided to answer this question in a more detailed manner. I had previously discussed it in a video where I'm explaining the purchase process, but I preferred to make a specific video that delves deeper into the topic. Actually, when someone talks about taxes in Italy, many people get scared. After all, Italy is known for endless bureaucracy and a rather heavy tax burden. However, I tell you that it's much simpler than expected. I want to make a statement that may be criticized by many, but I will do it anyway. Several American friends have told me that when they moved to Italy they always had anxiety about paying taxes correctly. They explained that in the United States the government is not so forgiving if you pay late or make a mistake. Well, it's the same in Italy, but certainly no one takes you to jail if you do. Of course, this is not an invitation to come here and not freely pay taxes. Absolutely pay them and promptly. However, it's important to know that if you have made a mistake in the amount or forgot to do it 1 year, you must contact the revenue agency, which is the entity of taxes. Explain your situation and you may eventually pay a fine that can also be paid in installments. The taxes you will have to pay also vary based on how you have registered the house you bought, so whether or not you have moved your residency to Italy. What does it mean? Let's take a step back. When you buy a house in Italy and you go to the notary for the deed, the phase in which the house becomes physically yours, you will have to choose whether to register it as the first or second home. What is the difference? The first home refers to the first property on the national territory, where you must move your residency, and you must to do so within 18 months after the deed of sale. Benefiting from this regime, you will have a discount on the taxes you must pay at the time of purchasing the house, and you will not pay the IMU, which is a municipal tax that is normally paid every year. If you benefit from the first home regime and don't transfer your residency within the specified period, after a few years the tax agency will ask you for the money that was discounted at the time of purchasing the house, the unpaid IMU and the interest, which is the penalty. In this case, as I mentioned earlier, you can contact the tax agency and request a deferment of payments. Additionally, I recommend getting in touch and seeking assistance from a tax consultant who has direct contact with this agency. I specify this because it happened to an American guy I know, and he tried to contact the revenue agency on his own, through a certified email, through a call, and even went there physically. However, he found himself just wandering through the offices that kept telling him to go back to the previous office, and they didn't know. Unbelievable. On the other hand, I'm here talking about the real Italy, so both the positive and the negative sides. Also, remember that if you buy a property considered prestigious or luxurious, even if you register it as the first home, you will still have to pay the IMU. For a second home, it means not changing your residency. When you purchase the house, you will pay all the required taxes, and every year you will have to pay the IMU. This tax varies for each municipality and depends on the value of the area, whether it's a prestigious area or not, and the cadastral value of the house. For example, I am in Abruzzo, and for this property where I'm recording this video, in a village of 300 inhabitants, I don't pay more than 400 euros per year, and you can even split into 2 installments. If you don't know how much you have to pay, consult a tax consultant, but the notary at the time of the deed should have informed you. This tax is paid in June and December if done in 2 installments, and it's paid through a document called F24, allowing you to pay all taxes to the Italian state. Espresso coffee with this view? What else? I interrupt you a few seconds from the video you are watching, not to talk to you about coffee, but about the country where you can drink a good one, Italy. So if you want to discover the advantages of living the dolce vita in the bel paese, understand the process of buying a house in Italy, you should consider buying this video we wrote, available on Amazon in the link in the description. Many people decided that 2024 will be the year of their change. Will you be one of them? Another mandatory tax you will have to pay is the TARI, which is the waste tax paid between April and December. In this case too, it can be divided into installments. TARI usually arrives by mail, so it's something you don't have to prepare for. It's a simple bill that can be paid at the post office and through bank payment. Here I don't pay more than 300 euros per year, and in this case too, it varies by area. Consider that more the city is large and more important it is, more you pay, to put it simply. Other expenses for maintaining a house in Italy vary depending on your usage. For example, if you use the house only a few months a year, consider perhaps renting it on Airbnb and trusting the management to a local property manager. Many people use this strategy, and in most cases they come to Italy with the holiday expenses covered by the house's earnings. If your idea is to keep the house entirely at your disposal, consider leaving the case to a trusted neighbor or an agency that can prepare the house for your arrival and simply keep it clean and open. Regarding consumption, electricity and gas in Italy are expensive, so always get multiple quotes to find the best offer. For example, I pay 250 euros for a consumption of 780 kWh, while the cost of water consumption has been stable for years. Here I pay about 60-70 euros every 6 months for 3 people. Well, if this video interested you and you want to delve into some topics, leave a comment below, and in the upcoming videos I will take the time to respond, as I did for this video. If you have any more specific questions, remember you can contact us by email babyloniaconsultancy@outlook.com. See you soon!